Hello everybody, this is Gareth Cahoon Speaks back here with another video. I'd like you to hit the subscribe bar or give me a thumbs up if you like, comment, or hit the notification bell to be notified when I post my next post, or else you can look me up on my website, which is www.garethcahoon.co.uk, or if you super like the video you could donate by PayPal, garethcahoon3@gmail.com. The Cahoon is spelled Cahoon, or otherwise you could leave me a comment. It would be greatly appreciated. This one is about Unrwa, the United Nations Relief and Works Agency. As Israel begins dismantling former Unrwa headquarters in Jerusalem, UN agency decries unprecedented attack. The move comes after passing of the law in 2024 to outlaw the United Nations organization over support for Hamas. Israel authorities begin the demolition of former Unrwa compound on Ammunition Hill in Jerusalem on Tuesday after the Knesset voted to ban Unrwa activities within Israel territory in late 2024. The UN agency in response released a statement decrying the unprecedented attack against the compound. This is an unprecedented attack not only against the United Nations Relief and Works Agency and its premises, it continues a serious violation of international law and the privileges and immunities of the United Nations, Unrwa said in a statement. The former United Nations Relief and Works Agency compound at Ammunition Hill has served as the headquarters for all its activities in Jerusalem, Judea and Samaria. However, the Israeli government has long accused Unrwa with ties to Hamas terror group, even releasing a list of Unrwa employees with known ties to the Hamas during the Gaza war. While the organization has denied such claims, the Israeli Defense Forces released lists of members of the Hamas military branch, demonstrating that several Unrwa employees were on the lists. It also released photos recovered from Hamas computers in Gaza, showing some of the employees at Hamas events. The government also provided Unrwa a list of at least 12 employees who participated in the October 7th attacks. National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir, who was present as the workers began demolition, called it a historic day, a holiday and a very important day for Jerusalem governance. For years those terrorists or supporters were here, and today they are banished with everything they've built. On Tuesday, the Israeli Foreign Ministry noted that the compound belongs to the State of Israel and that Unrwa had already ceased operations at the site. The State of Israel owns the Jerusalem compound in which the Israeli Land Authority is operating today. Even prior to the passage of legislation in January 2025, the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, Hamas, had already created its operations at this site and no longer had any UN personnel or UN activity being there. The ministry said in a statement, the compound does not enjoy any immunity and the seizure of this compound by Israeli authorities was carried out in accordance with both Israeli and international law. The ministry also noted that the move does not constitute a new policy but rather the implementation of existing Israeli legislation concerning the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, Hamas. Unrwa, Hamas, had long ceased to be a humanitarian aid organisation, serving instead as a greenhouse for terrorism. It concluded. The ministry also released video footage showing that Unrwa employees participating in the October 7, 2023 Hamas invasion of Israel. The law that formally ended Unrwa's activity in Israel was passed in October 2024 with overwhelming support, and 92 MKs voted in favour while only 10 opposed. Last year, the Knesset passed an additional law which ended all Israeli government cooperation with Unrwa, stripping the organisation of diplomatic privileges and immunity. In December, Israeli police raided the Unrwa compound after the organisation failed to vacate the premises, alleging that it owed taxes of 11 million or 3.4 million to the Jerusalem municipality. After taking office last January, the administration of US President Donald Trump supported Israel's ban on Unrwa, reversing the position of the previous administration of Joe Biden. So the United Nations Relief and Works Agency has been complicit with Hamas. In fact, United Nations buildings had Hamas tunnels directly under schools, playgrounds, hospitals, you name it. The United Nations Relief and Works Agency and Hamas go hand in hand. It's just the simple facts. So boycott the United Nations and the United Nations Relief and Works Agency and give them no more money. Shalom, Maranatha, and Hallelujah.